r/AskReddit, what's a piece of advice you've received that significantly influenced your outlook on life? One of my favorites as well. Will this matter in 5 years? Will I remember this in 5 years? Most of the time the answer is no, and helps put daily work and other stresses into perspective. This is a good one, smiley face. Relapsing is not the end of a recovery, it's a part of it. Goddamn right. This lesson was crucial to me finally quitting cigarettes, finally quitting drinking, finally quitting everything that messed with my brain, and has helped me immensely on my current journey with losing weight. I didn't do all those things one after the other. This small comment represents many years. 2 things. 1. It's not your responsibility to make sure other people are happy. 2. Never compare your success or failure with other people, because in this rat race we all start out from completely spots and backgrounds. You need to acknowledge your accomplishments and give yourself credit, knowing where you came from. 2. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn both go into the same box. 1. Many jobs have this as a literal or figurative job requirement. 2. Good statement. We have 2 lives, the second begins when we realize we only have one. Never heard that before, but I love it. Whether the stone hits the glass, or the glass hits the stone, it isn't going to break the stone. And amp, #X200B. Basically, pick your fights carefully. Always do the right thing, even when you think no one is watching. Sometimes doing the right thing will be the only reward you will get. I think that's the best time to do the right thing, because then it's purest. As a teacher, I try to teach like my head teacher and the kids' parents are in the room at all times. Not in terms of being perfect, but in terms of not being rude or mean. It's kind of corn pokey, but the middle school I used to teach at had a sign that said something like, "Before you say it, ask yourself if it's true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, kind." The thing that I tried to stress with the kids was the necessary part. Is it absolutely necessary that you tell someone you don't like what they are wearing or whatever? That will probably inform the other 4. Corn pokey. People aren't against you, they're just for themselves. And assume everyone who does stupid shit in traffic has diarrhea, and is trying to get home before they shit themselves. That second one may not lessen the stupid shit around you, but it will definitely stop your blood pressure from rising. I decided 20 years or more ago to approach driving with a sort of detached zen attentiveness. I very rarely let myself get emotionally invested in what's happening on the road. I just go with the flow and let myself be where the least unpredictable things seem to be happening. Don't measure your success in life by the accuracy of your predictions. I was once told never to pick a fight just because I think I can win, but to pick a fight that actually matters. Live your life so you don't regret not doing anything when you're old. Made me make a lot of decisions, most have changed my life for the better. All those live events I could have went and watched at the local Coliseum. I lived less than 30 minutes away walking distance but rarely went. I hate myself for it now. Making the wrong decision is better than making no decision. At least when you do, you know you made the wrong choice. If you never choose, you'll always be plagued by what if. Expect nothing from people around you and you'll be pleasantly surprised now and then. And you'll never be disappointed. That I should stop wasting time worrying about things that I cannot change. Mine is sort of in the same vein. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Staying angry isn't going to change anything except making your own life miserable. Obviously, if you can work it out with the other person, then sure, that's great. But otherwise, just let it go. Most working class parents won't be able to save significantly until their children are grown and gone, so don't beat yourself up if you're behind the curve financially. The businessman who told me this gave me a lot of relief, mentally. Most people in America in general either stay in the same class or sadly go down. But we keep selling the massive underdog stories. My dad told me that people enjoy discovery. If you can introduce an idea to someone and have them think that they came up with it, they are more likely to carry through on it. Learn to say no to people. As an SA survivor, this hit. Don't ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Lao Tzu. Oh, I remember our art teacher drilling that one into us in 7th grade. Very profound. Should have appreciated that one more. Too bad it's not easy. You need to get like 3 levels deep in dreaming until inception is possible, and then waking up is a whole other story. Letting someone go doesn't mean it's goodbye. My husband and I let each other go after dating for 6 months, as we had our own issues to deal with. Circumstances brought us back together 9 months later. We both did some work and decided to try again with better communication. Now together 20 years and going on 14 years married. If the bosses don't give a shit about it, why do you? I was really frustrated that the higher-ups ignored deadlines and didn't prioritize my projects. When my mom said this to me, it blew my mind. Similar thing happened where I work, quite literally. I work on a ferry, and long before I started here the shoreside told us they didn't care what the boats looked like, cleanliness-wise, as long as they sail. One deckhand specifically took that to heart and didn't clean anything he didn't have to. I've started on a similar path. Embrace uncertainty as an opportunity for growth is a mantra that has guided me through life's uncertainties. Instead of fearing the unknown, I've learned to see it as a canvas for new experiences and learning. This shift in mindset has opened doors to unexpected opportunities, turning uncertainties into stepping stones for personal and professional development. Hard agree. I saw it written as in chaos there lies opportunity. I'm glad you were able to show yourself inside up. Bruce Lee once said, "The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering." That's great advice considering that Bruce Lee passed away more than 50 years ago, but his words still remain. Rest easy, legend. Don't worry, nobody cares. A great reminder that you need to live the life you want to live. Most people are so preoccupied with their own shit, they don't have time to care about what you are doing. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and don't be surprised by anything in between. I read it in an autobiography, Maya Angelou, and it made perfect sense to me. It definitely helps me keep, or return to, an even keel when things get crazy. We use a model of language in sales called Sandler. It's basically this. People will seldom remember what you said or what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. I'm not religious, but there is one prayer I like that goes like this. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is a main chant in AA. Don't assign intention to actions. They did that just to piss me off. Is rarely the case. And that's how you ruin relations, thinking everyone is going after you and getting in your way to make you mad. I've seen a rocky marriage as a witness, and both of them truly believe the other is doing their action to annoy them. The quote, "The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think." If you can't laugh at everything, you won't survive. Time passes whether you do something with it or not. Someone told me this once when I was complaining about being on a diet. She said that a year will pass by and that I'll be mad at myself because I could have been at my goal weight by that point if I quit now. This applies to so many things in life. Never trust a fart. My dad told me people who are wrong or have made a mistake don't want to be told they are wrong, and it's always stuck with me. Do you want to be right? Or do you want to be happy? This is one I often struggle with. There's some part of me that feels I've suffered injustice if I have to apologize for being right to someone who was wrong. But it's true. There are times when harmony is a more important goal than educating someone who refuses to listen to facts. Fake it till you make it. I was told this by a high school teacher once. She said, "Confidence is perceived, sometimes you have to act like you know what you're doing and just fake it till you make it." Best advice I've ever received, and it has gotten me through so much. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back into the same box. Love is a verb. That quote changed my life. Love is something you do, not just something you feel. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. In that same vein, a friend of mine who used to work in a customer service job where he sometimes dealt with families told me you have to be extra sensitive when dealing with a man who has his family with him. You cannot say or imply in any way that he made a mistake or is wrong if his wife and kids are right there, because it never goes well. Most of the time you can't control what happens, but you can control your reaction to it. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.